introduce a new recipe, filet mignon with black truffles, served on mashed potato and asparagus with a mushroom and red wine sauce. So before we start, let's have a look at the ingredients.
Okay, now we're gonna have a look of the ingredients here. For the red wine mushroom sauce, we need 50 grams of butter, 200 grams of cut mushrooms, a tablespoon of flour, 150 ml of red wine, and 150 ml of real chicken stock, and 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. For the mashed potato, you don't need that much. All you need is just butter, potato, cream, and egg yolk. For the filet mignon, you need rock salt, pepper, and olive oil. To garnish the dish, you need asparagus, cherry tomatoes, oregano, and black truffles. Before we start, let's take out the meat and allow them to sit in the room temperature for around 40 minutes. Otherwise, if they are used straight from the fridge, the inside will be icy cold and cook unevenly. We can start by peeling and slicing 2 potatoes into thin circles. Once our pot of water has begun boiling, add a small pinch of salt before adding the potatoes into the water. Depending on your thickness of your slices, your potatoes may take around 20 to 30 minutes before it's soft. So start the potatoes first to save time while you prepare the rest of the dish. After potatoes are done, take them out, drain them into a large mixing bowl, then add cream, butter, and egg yolk before mashing them. I've chosen to keep my mash a little bit rough and rustic. And now the mash is done, and then we can start off our mushroom and red wine sauce. Start off by slicing our cut mushrooms finely. Remember to take off the tough bottom of the stalk. Here we go, our lovely mushrooms. Now we're going to cut the butter into cubes. Here I have chosen this low pack butter because this butter is smooth and silky. It is really easy to melt and it has a creamy flavor. After cutting the butter into cubes, now we're going to heat up our pan with a knot of butter. Mushrooms in. Once the mushrooms are slightly colored and softened, add your red wine and then add the chicken stock. Simmer gently for around 5 minutes. For a strong sauce, you can add more red wine and reduce for longer to intensify the flavor. Once you're happy with the flavor and add your flour to thicken up the sauce, make sure to serve the flour in a little bit of water before adding into the sauce. Otherwise, you get big clumps or lumps of flour which you don't want it. So now we're just gonna stir and stir and stir. Look at our beautiful red wine and mushroom sauce. Now we can leave it to the side. Now it's time to prepare our filet mignon. Add a dash of olive oil on each side of meat and season generously with rock salt and pepper. Make sure to season the entire surface of the meat. Beef eye fillet is one of the most expensive cuts of the meat and has a fantastic silky soft texture, so definitely don't want to overcook this and make it tough and chewy. Heat up your pan with a generous splash of olive oil. Don't place your meat into the pan until it's really hot and olive oil is just beginning to smoke. At this point, we are not trying to cook the meat. We are just trying to sear it, so it retains all its juice and get a nice seared flavor. Filet mignon, here we come. Place each piece of filet mignon face down and leave it undisturbed for 2 minutes. When you flip it over, you need to see that beautiful golden brown crust which enhances the flavor. So cook it on the other side for 2 to 3 minutes and only 1 minute for the sides of the meat. Let's have a close-up look at our filet mignon. How juicy and succulent they are. Let's flip to the side and cook it for 1 minute. It smells so delicious. Take out the filet mignon from the pan. Preheat your oven to 130 degrees Celsius fan forced. Place the meat on a baking tray and place it into the oven. After 10 minutes, check the temperature of the meat by using a meat thermometer. Ideally, you want an internal temperature of around 55 degrees Celsius, at which point they should cook for another 10 to 15 minutes. In the meantime, place the asparagus, which have been lightly seasoned with salt and pepper and olive oil, into the oven for around 15 minutes. While we are waiting for our filet mignon, slice up our black truffles thinly and set it aside. Look at them, how beautiful they are. Once the filet mignon is done, remove them from the oven and allow them to rest covered in a bit of tin foil. We're just gonna let it cool down for like 10 minutes and then we can garnish them. It should be medium to medium rare to preserve the texture of the meat. Plated our dish. Spoon a generous portion of our mashed potatoes on top of the plate. And just sit our filet mignon directly on top. Place our asparagus and cherry tomatoes next to the mash. Then place a generous spoonful of red wine mushroom sauce over the top. Then garnish with our beautiful black truffle slices. So, here is my recipe of filet mignon with black truffles, served with mashed potato and asparagus with a red wine and mushroom sauce. Perfect for any special occasions. Hope you guys liked the video and found it useful. Enjoy!